Hi Gemini, how are you? Happy New Year. Welcome to your psychic tarot horoscope reading for the entire year of 2020. So this will include the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2020. So thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new, like this video, comment and share with your friends and family. Make sure you also hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get a notification every time I go live or upload a brand new video. Keep in touch with me on my social media. My Facebook is LAMARR TOWNSEND Tarot. My Instagram is also at LAMARR TOWNSEND Tarot. And I thank you for listening and watching. If you would like your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me, astrology birth chart reading or from me, or candle work from me, check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I am available for readings, candle work, and I would love to read or do a candle for you, or 2 candles or more. Thank you for listening and watching. I do also have specials. You should check them out. I have the New Year special, 2020 special, which is 1 candle of your choice. You also get a 30-minute recorded psychic tarot reading and a 30-minute recorded birth chart reading. All right. And I also have other specials, a $55 special where you get a 20-minute psychic tarot reading and a 20-minute birth chart reading recorded. So check those out. I also have other options where, I do phone readings. There's also a monthly option where you can pay a monthly fee and get a reading sent to you each month, the first of the month. The most popular one is $20 a month for a 10-minute reading sent to your email each month. But with that being said, it's all on my website, Love and Light. Thank you for listening and watching, Gemini. Let's cleanse these cards really quickly. Let's cleanse this space. I feel like there's something about cleansing and keeping your space clean, Gemini. Keeping your space orderly in some way, shape, or form, because I feel like some of you Geminis out there, and by the way, this is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and all placements in between, okay? So if you have Gemini in your chart, this is for you. Some of you Geminis out there, get easily distracted, easily anxious, easily frustrated when there's a lot of clutter in your space, when there's a lot of negative energy in your space. It stirs something up within you. So I feel like some of you need to pay particular attention to that. Protecting your space, protecting your energy, taking spiritual baths, getting sage, lighting candles and things like that to help center you, to help calm you and keep you grounded. I definitely am picking that up already before I even start the reading, okay? So let's get into your reading, Gemini, for the year of 2020. I'm really excited. Remember, if you want a reading from me, you can also call me or text me at 703-791-9162 for a reading, okay? If I don't answer the phone, leave a text message and I will text you back, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's in store for Gemini for the year of 2020. So what's in store for the zodiac sign Gemini for the year of 2020? A lot of you may be dealing with bouts of anxiety, OCD, whether it's even a mild form of OCD where you get easily flustered or frustrated when things aren't going your way, when things are put a certain way or ordered a certain way. I like my windows open and I keep having these people walk past my window and stare at me. This is definitely my Gemini OCD moment, because I don't know, I'm very particular about people I let into my space when I do these readings. And I feel like, it has something to relate to you in your 2020 energy and how you're going to be very particular of who you want in your space, especially when you're focused and you're trying to accomplish something. Or even when you're in your own sense of solitude reading a book. What's in store for Gemini in the year 2020? Some of you may get so stirred in your spirit that it's like you can't even be around certain people or certain things anymore. It's like it's just not resonating with your spirit, certain people even. There's definitely a fire burning inside of you currently, Gemini. A fire that burns and is tired of being disrespected, is tired of being used, is tired of not being appreciated. There's also an energy here, Gemini, where you're tired of, in certain ways, the way you treat yourself, I feel. You're tired of accepting less than you deserve. You're tired of settling. You're tired of sticking up for people or being there for people that aren't really there for you, that take advantage of you in certain ways, that, like I said, use and abuse you in certain ways. It's like, it's almost like the energy, it's like, how could I have let myself get to this point? How did I allow myself to be treated this way for so long? How did I put up with this? And that's a signal, Gemini, that your standards are being raised. You're starting to have higher standards about the energy you are willing to surround yourself with, the people that you're willing to surround yourself with. You're becoming a lot more particular about the environments that you agree to engage in 2020. Because you're growing particularly tired of being in environments, being in relationships, being around people that are just energetically draining in some way, shape, or form. Just the energy, or, it's like they come through and it seems like they leave a mess behind them that you have to clean up, This can relate to children, but it can also relate to adults who act like children that you have to deal with. It's interesting because I'm also picking up the energy where it's like these are kind of triggers for you. And for the longest time, I would say that maybe the past several years, past decades, since the 2010s, these triggers have triggered the emotionally wounded inner child within you. So sometimes in the past, you may have even reacted in a childish manner or a childish way. But you're reaching a point now where you realize, I can't do this anymore. I can't do that anymore. I have to take accountability. I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with others if I want my life to change, if I want anything to change for the better. You're realizing that the change you want to see in your life starts with you. And it starts with how you treat yourself, Gemini, how you see yourself. Some of you see yourself as less than you are. And I feel like the little things that you were willing to bypass, the little things that you were willing to ignore, you're no longer ignoring. Because you can literally no longer ignore it. It's reached a point where you're putting your foot down, Gemini. Or someone may be putting their foot down with you in some way, shape, or form. As a wake-up call, a spiritual wake-up call, but also a literal wake-up call. That things need to change. And they start with you, Gemini. It's like if you're showing up to work, you're looking at, why do I show up to work? Well, maybe it's because you don't get enough sleep. Because as soon as you get home from work, you've got to attend to this person and that person and this thing and that thing. By the time you go to sleep, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And so maybe the morning time is the one, time or the one moment where you have a little bit of time to yourself. So you like to take advantage of that time. Maybe a little bit more than you should, because it's causing you to go to work late. This is just an example, by the way. But spirit is like putting its foot down, or Someone's putting their foot down with you, or vice versa. You're putting your foot down with someone and saying, no, things need to change. I need to go to bed early. I need to go to bed on time. You need to do this on your own. You need to have this done by the time I get home. This is not my problem. This is your problem. Why do you keep coming to me with your problems? This is how I see you being more in 2020. People are going to be taken aback. People are going to be shocked. Like, whoa, like, what's gotten into you, Gemini? Or if someone's this way towards you, it's like, whoa, I didn't even realize that, that was that big of an issue. Or some of you know it's an issue, but it's like the fact that you're being called out kind of takes you aback. Or the fact that you're calling someone else out takes them aback. But regardless of what it is, you are putting your foot down and saying no more. I can't accept this. I can't accept that. Whether this is something you can't accept within yourself or within others. You've let things slide for way too long. And your spirit's ready for change. Whether this is in a relationship, related to a work relationship, a romantic relationship, there's just something where things need to change and you're no longer accepting, once again, less than you deserve. Are you getting rid of the distractions in your life, the time wasters in your life? Some of you are going to get this like download of wanting to live a healthier lifestyle even. If you like smoke cigarettes, you may have these downloads of quitting, or quitting drinking, or quitting a certain diet or a certain way of eating. Lifestyle change. Because you're realizing that, once again, change starts with you. Two of Wands. Dos de Bastos. A decision. Should I stay? Should I go? Do I say something? Do I don't? Do I keep my mouth shut? Some of you are dealing with growing pains as well, whether this is a growing pain within yourself, which I definitely feel like is a possibility. Growing pains, I feel like, in a sense, when it comes to you, of like flexing or exercising this muscle of putting your foot down more. It's like lifting that foot up, Gemini, and just putting it down. Like that. Just like that. And it's something new for a lot of you, because I feel like a lot of you have been in this thing where you just let certain things slide. Whether it's you've let them slide because you didn't want to lose a person, you didn't want to lose a certain opportunity. You felt like maybe it was all you had, or they were all you had. Maybe there was an incentive for you to stay. But now the pros or the cons are outweighing the pros. Now it's reached a point where the disadvantages are outweighing the advantages of you staying in this situation. Of you continuing to let things slide. You're being more stern with people around you, more stern with certain situations around you. And you are definitely demanding more from people and circumstances and opportunities. See, some of you even like negotiating. Lifting that foot up and putting it down, Gemini. This is what I will accept, and this is what I won't. It's a muscle that you have to exercise. I'm being funny, but it's really a muscle that you have to exercise. And sometimes it may scare you. Sometimes you may fear the consequences or the backlash. But you're reaching a point now where it's like, I can't worry about that. I have to worry about moving on and getting to where I want to be with this situation, with this thing. Now, I'm going back to growing pains. Some of you may be experiencing growing pains with a child. Alright? Some of you who are younger, who are watching this, are experiencing like this coming of age situation where Life is kind of, you're opening your eyes up to life in a different way, in the sense of you're realizing that you control the narrative. You have the decision to change the story. Yes, we have fate. Yes, we have destiny. Yes, we have what's meant to be, but we also have free will, Gemini. And in certain situations, it's not worth staying because of destiny. Because at one time it was meant to be. Because at one time it was fate. Sometimes, Gemini, it's okay to walk away. Sometimes the fate, the destiny, the meant to be is you walking away. Is you putting that foot down, alright? Lifting that foot up and putting it down and demanding more for yourself, Gemini. Does it make sense? I'm loving this reading so far. Ooh. This is interesting, as this card shows up in your home placement. You are brilliant, Gemini, and people are finally starting to realize your brilliance. After all these years, after so long. And I feel like, interestingly enough, Gemini, you're starting to wake up to your own brilliance. Like, you know you're brilliant, but you're just now realizing just how brilliant you actually are. Just how important you are to other people, you know, and I feel like you're going to start to pay attention more to people who foster this energy within you, who treat you just as brilliant as you feel or as you are. And in surrounding yourself with these people, some of these people are already in your life, some of these people you're going to meet, you know, they're new that you're going to meet in 2020. But I feel like, you know, surrounding yourself with this energy, it's a very supportive, loving energy. It's an energy that has an equal balance of give and take. And it's an energy in which you are being really appreciated just for how amazing you are, how loving you are, the good insight that you give and advice that you give. But also, it's just like you're realizing that you have a place in certain people's lives and in people's hearts and minds. Pay attention to people who reach out to you, who, like, it's almost like they need you. They just need to hear your voice. They need your perspective. They need your insight. People who go out of their way to appreciate you, to adore you, to shower you with love and affection, to also validate you in certain ways. Not that you should be seeking validation, but just people who validate you without you asking or needing it. You know, I'm getting the energy of some of you walking into work, and it's like someone is really, like, rooting for you. Someone really loves seeing your face. Someone really, you know, even if not everyone, you know, is the nicest, or if not everyone is the most expressive in the workplace, it's like there's at least one person in the workplace that's just like, you know, hey, Gemini, it's nice to see you. Good morning. I made you coffee. I brought some donuts. It's like there's someone that's just like, wow, okay, I'm valued. Someone realizes just how brilliant I am when I don't feel so brilliant. When I feel down in the dumps. God is really looking out for you, Gemini. And it's a beautiful thing to see. You're going to find that in 2020, as you live this more authentic you, it's like certain things are just given to you. Certain things that, you know, you'll find along your path you didn't even realize you needed. This can come in the form of a person, place, a thing, or just someone doing something nice for you. It's like, wow, I didn't know I needed that. But I needed it. Someone's, you know, saying, hey, you look amazing today. I love your hair. I love your shoes. It's going to be like, it's going to be, how do I say this? It's going to be insight to you that you're on the right path of change. All these amazing moments you're going to have where, you know, God, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides are just blessing you along your path. And it's this path of you opening up to life, opening your eyes up to life, realizing that maybe you've been stuck because you've been stuck in your own mind, or you've been around people who are stuck. Negative energy, things like that have in some way caused you to dim your voice or lose your voice, lose your sense of self. But now you're reaching a point where it's like, you know what? You may have an issue with that person, but I have my own relationship with that person, and I know that person to be this way. You may not like this person, but I love them. And I'm no longer going to allow you to disrespect this person. I'm no longer going to allow you to disrespect me. This is how I see you being. And in doing this, Gemini, people are going to know their place in your life. You know, you're putting up boundaries with people. And in putting up boundaries, you are like, you're creating a more secure and safe life for yourself. Because you're not taking on everyone else's problems, everyone else's energies. Some people can kind of use you as like a dump for all their problems, all their worries. And then after they've dumped all their stuff on you, it's like, you know, they leave and they're like, hey, you know what, I feel amazing. And you're like, yeah, you know, oh my God, you know, you're like tired, slung over the chair. Yeah, I'm so glad you feel amazing. You know, I'm over here tired and have just given you my all. But what have you done for me lately? Just gonna sit on that for a second. Drink my coffee. Wish it was some tea, honey. There's a lot of masculine energy in these cards, Gemini. So I feel like some of you are going to be stepping more into your masculine nature. Okay? Masculinity in the sense of just being more stern, more forthright with people. Going for what you want, not being hesitant, not overthinking it. It's going to be, once again, a muscle that you're going to have to flex and stretch and work out the kinks and kind of figure it out. But you'll figure it out. Some of you do need to be careful of negative coping mechanisms, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Encouraging negative coping mechanisms in others, or being around people who have negative coping mechanisms such as drinking, substance abuse, overeating, things like that. Because for a lot of you, like, the depression, the issues you struggle with inside yourself, the insecurities, the fears, the worries, the anxiety, a lot of it deals with the energy that you're surrounding yourself with, or that you're surrounded with. Whether this is in your home, your family, your spouse, your work life. Some of you are going to just, your spirit's going to be speaking to you, and there's going to be some spring cleaning that you're going to be doing throughout the entire year, I feel like. And it's like an overall spring cleaning of your life. But I see your home also being affected by this energy. It's like some of you are going to just get this insight that you need to get rid of certain things in your home, and you need to bring in new energies in your home. So some of you may bring like plants into your home. You may buy plants, or you may upgrade your decor in your home or something like that, or in your room, in your space. Some of you may get into crystals or something like that. But it's like you really want to banish the negativity from your life this year. And there's an energy where you believe you can do it. You know you can do it. The life you want to achieve, the life you want to have, it's within your reach. It's within your grasp. You're realizing this now. So pay extra attention and be extra vigilant in giving people their own problems back. Because I see that people are going to want to dump their problems on you, and you're going to have to be very careful of that. Or some of you are going to want to dump your own problems on other people, and You may find that those people aren't so receptive anymore. You've got to take your power back, Gemini, and stop giving it away to people or letting people take it away from you. Because at the end of the day, you never seem to have enough for yourself. And you're wondering why your life seems to improve in increments or not improve at all in the way you want it to improve. You need more time, more energy, more emotion for yourself. It's okay to keep some things to yourself. Even when it comes to your partner, your spouse, your kids, your family. It's okay to have me time and shut people out if you need to. It's okay to do that. You need that. You can't be everything to everyone and at the end of the day not be anyone or not have enough energy to be anyone for yourself. You can't keep giving your power away like that, Gemini. It's not sustainable anymore. Of course, love shows up for my Geminis. This is your card in tarot. I believe I have a video on this, I think. Or I should have a video on it. I did years ago. But you know what this card deals with other than love? It deals with decision. Having to make a decision. Sometimes this card indicates having to make a decision between your head and your heart. But I feel like for you, this deals with making a decision between choosing yourself or choosing someone else or other people. Some of you are realizing that you've been living for others for a very long time. Some of you've been living for others your whole life. It's all you've known. You've had to take care of certain people. You've had to keep, your family, your friends, or whoever afloat. But meanwhile, you suffer in some way, shape, or form by, focusing on everyone else. So I feel like for a lot of you, 2020 is a year where you're choosing yourself over other people. And it may feel selfish once again. Remember, this is a part of that process of lifting that foot up, Gemini, and putting it down, alright? I love doing that. It's like so funny to me. It's so fun. This is how the spirit and the universe is going to be with you too, though. Lifting its foot up and putting its foot down with you. The universe is going to be like, no, Gemini, we agreed. You're going to put yourself first. So you better put yourself first. It's like the mom who is like, you are going to eat your peas. And you're not leaving the table until you eat your peas. That's why I see the universe being with you. The pea symbolizing the universe's offering of giving you something nourishing. Giving you something you need for sustenance. Spiritual sustenance. If you eat the peas, and the peas could be a metaphor for anything. The peas could be a metaphor for a new job, or your passion potentially turning into a career, a new idea, or a change in a lifestyle, a change in wardrobe, or love coming in. The peas symbolize you choosing yourself over other people. The universe knows what's best for you. Your mom knew what's best for you, or knows what's best for you, depending on how old you are. But if you were like me when you were younger, You think you knew what's best for you, so you didn't eat the peas. You hate peas or hated peas. Maybe you prefer pizza, fries, chicken wings. All the stuff that tastes good, but it's like bad for you. Those are metaphors for the bad relationships, the people that used you and abused you, the people that didn't appreciate you, the circumstances and situations and opportunities you knew you shouldn't have gotten in the first place, but you went ahead with anyway. Maybe because you were insecure, or you were doubting yourself, and you were seeking validation in some way. Choose the peas over the chicken wings, the fries, and the pizza. Choose better for yourself, Gemini. By the way, have you ever had split pea soup? Oh my god. I may not like peas, but I love split pea soup. It's so good if it's made the right way. So sometimes the universe will give you peas, but in the form of split pea soup. Maybe that's what you need to get it down, to digest it. So the universe is always going to find a way. Maybe it needs to go in a salad for you, but the universe is always going to find a way to make sure you get what you need. The universe is going to put its foot down with you this year, Gemini. So you better be ready. The universe is not playing Gemini this year. It wants better for you. God wants better for you. And once you get into the space of choosing yourself over other people, you're going to notice like a shift in your life. It's going to be a positive shift, of course, but you're just going to notice that people treat you differently. You get more respect. Once again, there's going to be certain blessings that you don't even have to ask for. They're just given to you. You may walk into work one day and get a raise, or find out a boss or someone is taking a vacation and they put you in their spot as like a test run. You pass the test and you get their job. You know? Or you get promoted. You get a raise. But you gotta believe in yourself. People believe in you, but it's no good if you don't believe in yourself, Gemini. And remember I was saying something about like orderliness and structure, and how like disorder and chaos and messiness is like going to make you anxious this year. It's okay to change things around, Gemini. It's okay to organize certain things in your space that makes it conducive to you and your spirit. It's okay to do that. That shows character. Just make sure it's your space and no one else's space that you're intruding on. Okay? Let's talk about relationships again with this card coming out. Siete Bastos. 6 of Wands. You're putting your boundaries up in relationships, Gemini. You're being clear on what you will and won't accept any longer. And you don't care about what people think. Take it or leave it. It's my way or the highway. I've been there with you through thick and thin. I did this and that for you. I've already proven my worth. I've already proven my trustworthiness. It's time for other people to start proving some things to you, Gemini. Proving their worth. Proving their trustworthiness to you. Remember I was saying you can't keep giving your power away. You can't keep giving and giving to people and having people take from you. It's okay to step back and allow people to give. Okay? It's okay to ask for what you want, even. You know, and if someone says no, if you get rejected, then that's not the source you're meant to ask. Either that's not the source you're meant to ask for whatever you need, or that's not something you need at this moment. Or if it's something you need, that's once again not the source you should be asking. First of all, the number one source you should always go to is your God, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your protectors, and then you. You are your own source. You are an intuitive, magical, amazing, brilliant being, Gemini. Remember, you've got to believe in yourself, too. You can make things happen. Especially in 2020, if you're patient. Siete de Oros. Seven of Coins. Patience. Patience is a virtue, Gemini. And the thing with you all, Gemini, I noticed is that, like, I have a lot of videos on Gemini, by the way, so make sure you subscribe, you know, and make sure that you also, if you want a personal reading, check out my website, LAMARRTOWNSENDTarot.com. I do astrology birth chart readings and natal chart readings, as well as psychic tarot readings. So, one thing I noticed about you, Geminis, is that when you know something is working in your favor, or something is working out for you, you have the patience of Job. I think, isn't that his name in the Bible? You have the patience of someone in a Chick-fil-A line who hasn't eaten all morning. Or I guess the Popeye's chicken line. You're willing to wait for what you feel is worth it. And that alone, that is power, and that's going to attract that circumstance, opportunity to you faster. So maybe you're going to be saving your money for a breakaway soon. Whether you break away like in the form of a vacation, or you break away in the form of, I'm moving, I'm leaving, I'm doing my own thing. Figure it out. You're taking your power back. You've been around a pack of wolves, now you're the pack leader. Some of you, you're going to be the lone wolf and end up building your own pack. For some of you, it's not going to be necessarily a pack that you build, you know, with the intention of building it. You're just going to have a pack of followers, Gemini. People that want to be around you, but that also support you and feel supported by you. This reading is so beautiful. 2020, a year of change for everyone. Five of Swords. You're going to open up your eyes, open up your mind to new possibilities in 2020, Gemini. What you said once in the past you couldn't, you're going to realize you can. What you said in the past you shouldn't, you're going to realize you should. What you said in the past you wouldn't, in 2020 you will. And the most beautiful thing is that you're going to be your own, like, cheerleader. You're going to be your number one cheerleader, and that's going to want to make other people cheer for you. It's like someone liking their posts on Instagram, and at first it's like, that's kind of, you know, iffy, someone liking their own post. But then they look at the content and they realize, wait, this content's kind of fire. Like, I'm feeling what Gemini's saying. Let me like it too. And they're liking their own post. They must really be feeling it. They must really have some confidence or passion behind what they're doing. You're not going to care about what people think. Because for the longest time, you've been your own worst critic. You've been your own worst enemy. Remember I was saying that, alluding to that at the beginning of the reading. How some of you are like, you look at yourself as less than sometimes, or you could never, I could never. No longer in 2020. You're going to look in the mirror and you're going to see, you're not going to necessarily see, you're going to see what's on the outside, but most importantly, you're going to tap into what's on the inside. And it's what's on the inside is that's what's going to motivate you to change what's on the outside that you want to change about yourself. Remember, I was saying some of you may quit smoking or may look into getting a healthier lifestyle. Some of you may, if you have skin issues, it's like you're looking into getting your skin improved. But whereas maybe in the past, if there were certain things on the outside that you didn't like about yourself, because you didn't feel good on the inside either, it's like, well, this is who I am. But it's not who you are, and it wasn't who you are then, Gemini. You were just surrounded by negativity that didn't foster who you really wanted to be on the inside. Is this making any sense to anyone out there? If it makes sense, please like the video. You're going to be a leader in the workplace. Someone's going to put in a good word for you, and it's going to bring you more business, or it's going to bring you more opportunities in some way, whether you are a business owner or you work for another person or work for other people. Someone's going to put in a good word for you. And it's because of how you treat people, but what you uniquely and specifically bring to the table. You are unique, Gemini. There's no one else like you. No one else can do what you do, the way you do it. There's a reason why people come to you. There's a reason why people trust you. It's your character. Whether you're male or female. But we're finally getting some female cards here, because at the beginning it was like a very masculine energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. Gemini, Mercury, you're ruled by Mercury, so it's a little bit more of a feminine sign, alright, or a feminine energy. But nonetheless, there's still some masculine energy there within you too. Lifting that foot up, Gemini, and putting it down. Alright, here we have the Seven of Cups here. There is a sense of nostalgia here. Wanting things to be the way they once were. But it's important to not see certain things as behind you, Gemini. Because what you think is behind you is really around the bend for a full circle moment. So if there's someone on your mind that you want to have a better relationship with, don't think that the possibility of a better relationship is over. Sometimes we just have to wait for that full circle moment for everyone to learn their lessons, and for things to come around. By the end of 2020, Gemini, you will feel released from bondage. Released from stagnation, released from feeling stuck or stagnant, released of falling for certain pitfalls or traps that you know you're better than. Some of you in 2020 are going to accomplish a goal you've been trying to accomplish for years, for a really long time. And whatever this goal or these goals are that you accomplish in 2020 are going to set you up for the rest of the decade of realizing that you can have the life you want. But it starts with you. Putting yourself first, putting that foot down, and trusting your intuition. Gemini, what a beautiful reading. I hope I gave you some clarity and insight, and I hope I made you feel a little bit better about the new year ahead. Alright, so thank you guys for allowing me to read for you. If you would like more clarity or insight from me, check out my website, LAMARR to keep in touch with me. Make sure you also subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share with your friends and family. Make sure that you also hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notification every time I go live or upload a brand new video. My Instagram and Facebook are both LAMARR Townsend Tarot, like my YouTube channel name. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year, alright? I look forward to also maybe working with you for a personal reading, some candle work, or an astrology birth chart reading. Either way, I'll see you soon, alright? I'll maybe even see you in the next video, okay? Love and light, and I wish you many blessings and success.